In this video, I'm going to go over the basic principles of the premium setup and why it's so fundamentally solid. All right, here we go. Atlanta Golf and Fitness, a quick refresher on the premium setup. I'm gonna try to do it under 3 minutes. All right, the reason why I developed the premium setup is I actually was watching some other coaches having success with front-loaded swing systems and also with rear-loaded swing systems. And I was like, wait a minute, something's up with this, because they had a consistent ball strike, but they eliminated one side of the golf course, all right? So with the premium setup, I start watching a lot of videos of the best players in the world. And then I would put it on a simulator where I could break it down into the structure of the bones, the joints and everything. You could just see it. It would remove the skin and you could see the way the bones were moving. And what I noticed, that no matter if a player is set up open, square, or closed, certain things were happening. They all had to eventually drop the club back inside and attack the inside quadrant of the ball. So I said, what's the most consistent way to do that? So I start, experimenting with some of the things that were already out there. But I noticed also that when you put players, I was on a beta test with Body Track. So when you put players on the Body Track, force plate technology, they all was moving by the time the lead arm got to P3.5, P4, pressure was already shifting back. It was already shifting back. So that told me we need to have more pressure on the target side. So I said, why not just set the pressure over there? Well, when I set the pressure over there, from working out and lifting heavy weights for a lot of years, when we lifted weights, we had knees over toe. Knees over toe was a very safe position. When you see football players, baseball players, basketball players, they have knees over toes when they're ready to make their movements, right? Because it's a very safe, stable, strong position to play from. So I put the knee over the toe, that shifted more pressure to the target side, and it automatically slightly closed me off. I started playing around with slightly closed, big closed, but it didn't make a difference. It just made me a better player, a much better player. So more pressure on the target side, slightly closed shoulders. Don't worry about the shoulders, worry about where you finish. So a lot of people said, Coach, your shoulders are 20 degrees, left of the target. I said, but where am I finishing at? I'm finishing perfect. Sternum toward the target, okay? So don't worry about where the shoulders are, worry about where your chest finishes. 90% of the time, your chest sternum is gonna finish in the direction of the ball. I played from that. I had to swing along the body line, because once I closed the shoulders, if I swung out here, I hit a cut shot. We'll come back to that later. All right? So then that discovered for me to say, wait a minute, I can close the shoulders and swing what I feel is out, but it's actually in, right? It's down the target line. It allows me to put cut spin on it. That's another level of the premium setup. We want the speed out front. That comes from Mach 3 speed and conditioning. Focusing our intention out where we're trying to get our energy, instead of being ball focused and becoming real steep. So if I have speed out front, that's another element of me shallowing, me controlling the up and down, the vertical arc depth. And that's it in a nutshell, folks. More pressure on the target side, close your shoulders off, focus on where your sternum ends, not where it's pointed at address, but where it ends, okay? And get the speed out front. And you too will start hitting really good shots just like that. Now let's talk about how I discovered the fade. I had two ways to hit the fade shot. I could step in with the premium setup from an open stance. Open, pivot, anchor my weight. Now I'm square, right? But I'm already set up open on the target side hip. And there go the cut shot, turning right back right now. So that was a discovery through exploration, through me trying out things, and it worked with my clients. One thing about me being a golf instructor, I get clinics all the time, so it gives me the ability to have a clinical trial. So during my golf clinics, I could say, hey, I want everybody to set up open, and I want you to hit some shots. And if you get 7 out of 10 people hitting fade shots, you know you got something. Okay, this time I want everybody to close their shoulders off with a square stance. Everybody's hitting a little bit of a draw shot. You know you have something because you actually applying it to golfers out there, folks. And it's a game changer. So here go a quick summation of the premium setup and why you need to be using the principles of the premium setup. Remember, it's 100% customizable, but the principles can be transferred over to rotary golf, stack and tilt, natural golf, traditional golf. I don't care what you're calling it, but the principles will always stay the same. These principles all great players use. Peace. Okay, folks, I do want to, emphasize one thing. The reason why this works is because it's science, it's math, it's angles at the end of the day, right? So if we're setting the lines, if we're setting the angles, then it has no choice but to put a certain spin on the ball. Now, putting the pressure on the target side, I'll show you real quick. Putting the pressure on the target side allows you to have low point control. That's the cut shot right there. And here's the draw shot. And the draw shot didn't move at all. The ball hit there, right there, and then stayed there. But the cut shot hit over here and then rolled up somewhere. But not a bad ball right there. But again, the reason why this works is because it's math at the end of the day, folks. And that's why a lot of people don't want to hear this. That's why golf is a science. Because golf is nothing but a bunch of angles, forces, and torques. And that's what makes it a science. That's what makes it a science. So and I tell all my students, especially my juniors, if you get good in math, you should be good in science, because they go together. So the only thing I'm doing is presetting some angles to make it premium and to raise the higher potential for success. Take care, peace, enjoy the video. And you too will start hitting the target side hip. And there go the cut shot, turning right back right now. So that was a discovery through exploration, through me trying.